Do you fear rejection? Well, then you fear the rewards. If you fear rejection, you fear people telling you no, or you fear being ghosted, then you also fear contributing, and you also fear cash. You know, it took me a long, long time to realize the things that I'm telling you on this podcast. And the reason that I'm telling you this is because nobody may ever listen to this. Honestly, not one person could listen to this and it wouldn't matter. I'm doing this for me. I do this podcast because I get to remind myself and make it clearer and explain and articulate the things that I need to tell myself. You need to dig the well before you're thirsty. Most of the time, I would say, if not all of the time, people do things because they want something in return. And when you first meet somebody, I mean, how does that work? You go up to a stranger and say, "Hey, how you doing? You're beautiful. I love your dress. Now give me $5. You know, this is LA, and it actually happens here. But I don't think it works, but I don't really know. But it hasn't worked on me. They've said things like that, but it doesn't work. I don't give people money just because they give me a fake compliment, or a real compliment for that matter. You have to serve. You have to service me, right? So I noticed that, you know, I don't even know how many contacts I have just in my phone for the people that actually have my phone number. I mean, let's forget about fans, you know, but most of the people, I would say, yeah, actually, let me say, not one person, not one. No family member, no friends, no clients, no fans, nobody. Nobody ever texts me or calls me unless they want something. They never text me or call me to see how I'm doing. Let's forget about they never watch my YouTube channel or listen to my podcast, but they never text me to see how I'm doing. They never text me and say, "Hey, good morning, Liberty." I mean, I don't really like the phrase good morning because it's useless. But, "Hey, how you doing? Like, what you been up to? You know, are you still living in Burbank?" Or whatever. They don't do that, ever. "Hey, I was thinking about you and I heard this new song and I think it would be really great. You should perform this song live." No, nobody ever does anything remotely close to that, ever. So it's hard, you know, it's hard to love yourself enough to realize that nobody cares about you, right? But you have to care for them. See, the people that they don't think about you, they're not texting you, they're not calling you, it's obvious. They do not care, okay? They do not care about you. They do not care about money. It's ironic because 99% of the people, if you text them, "Where you been? How you doing? I haven't heard from you in months," will tell you that they've been working. And that's why they haven't, you know, they're very busy. "Oh, they're so busy. Oh, pardon me. Oh, I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy," right? They're so busy working, so they can never think of you because they need money. But it's ironic because the truth is they don't care about money, because if they did, they would have better self-esteem, think of other people, and Additionally, they would spend their money properly. For example, they would not buy cigarettes. They would not buy alcohol. And they would not spend time out just buying a bunch of shit that they don't need and just to impress people that they don't even give a fuck about or like. Matter of fact, don't even know the people. You see, they don't know the motherfuckers, but they want to impress the motherfuckers. That's because they don't like themselves. Okay, the reason why people are not thinking about you, they don't care about you, and the reason is because they don't care about themselves. So I know it sounds simple, and I know that this fact does not hurt you any less. However, I also know that giving is the best gift. When I think of others, it makes me feel great. Okay? It makes me feel great when somebody texts me back and say, "Hey, Liberty, I really needed that today." Okay? Next time we'll talk about, controlling it and not answering all these texts and not responding, but I don't have my notifications on my phone. My phone never rings anyway, but I would call someone back if they left a voicemail. My texts don't go, I don't have that shit, ding, ding, ding. Oh, fuck that. Okay, but you need to, if you want to be wealthy, you need to remember, people think of one person, and guess who that is? Me. What can I get for me? What can I do for me? Who ever thinks of me? Nobody ever thinks of me. So if you want to be wealthy, you can't think like them, and you have to think of them. And you can't just say, when they text you 12 years later, "Oh, I was thinking about you for 12 years now." No, you have to show, you have to show it. You can't be like them. If you want uncommon dollars, you got to have uncommon sense. Okay? So if you want uncommon dollars, you got to have uncommon sense. My mom used to always say, "You have no common sense." Well, good. I don't want common sense, because if I had common sense, I'd have common dollars. 99% of people share 1% of the money, but 1% of people have 99% of the money. I'm going to have uncommon sense. You heard? What about you? So if you want the rewards, then guess what? You got to take the rejection. And let me tell you something. You're going to be rejected. I can't even stress to you how much that you are going to be rejected. Okay? And at first, it's going to hurt. Like, oh my God, it's going to hurt so bad. You don't even know. It's going to make you want to jump off a bridge or something. You're going to want to harm yourself. Okay, I'm being serious, but it's kind of funny now, because eventually you kind of become anesthetized to it and you become immune to it. If you choose to be immune to it. But that's the thing, you got to just keep going, because people are going to reject you a lot, and for the rest of your life. Everyone else, the 99% of people are poor, okay? And they are afraid of rejection, okay? So if you hadn't heard from somebody in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months, well, guess what? They feel like you are rejecting them. And they feel like, oh, they don't want to bother you or whatever. So they care, but not enough. Okay, so you need to care for them more than you care about your pride. You need to care about them more than they care about themselves. And you need to reach out and text them. Now, I'm not saying you should spend every minute of every day texting someone, but you need to send out at least, I would say at least 5 to 10 little texts every day saying, "Hey," I have a friend, Deja Vu. I text him, "Hey, Deja Vu, haven't heard from you. How you been? I miss you," or something. I don't know, whatever. Send out short texts to at least 5 people, 10 people. I would say 20 or 30, maybe even 60 or 100 people if you have that kind of, don't send out a mass text, but one-on-one, send out little texts saying hi. Don't say hi, okay? That's fucked up. Send them a message with their name saying, "Hey, Thomas, how are you? Haven't heard from you in a while. What's new?" Send texts like that. And I would say at least as many as you can, but at least 5 to 10. Every single day you need to do that. People that you haven't heard from, think about them. You think about them anyway, so when you're thinking about them, boom, text them. Okay, and if you don't have their number, just email them or DM them or whatever, because people need to know that you care, because they feel like nobody cares, just the same way that you feel. Okay, but if you want to have uncommon dollars, you got to have uncommon sense. 99% of people have common sense, and their common sense says that person don't care about me because I haven't heard from them in 2 weeks or whatever, and so they have common dollars. They're poor, man. They're broke. But if you care about them, you might be able to help them be whole, and they will give you their cash. Okay, if you care for people without wanting something in return for long enough, they will care enough about you to give you their cash. All right, you're worth it. Thank you so much for listening, and I really appreciate y'all. Whoever is actually listening, I really appreciate y'all listening. It means the world to me, because I really want to be the world's best speaker, because the better speaker I can become, the more I'm able to tell you what's inside my head and my heart from all the lessons that God taught me. So thank you so much. I really want to help you heal, because you are worth it, and you deserve to have a happy life. Okay? You deserve to be happy. You deserve to have good people around you. You deserve to have money coming in without having to worry and depend on the government. You deserve to have money coming in for your business and what you do as an entertainer. Okay, so thank you so much for listening. I love you. I would do anything for you. My name is Liberty V Justice, and there's no period in my V, because my victories never end, and I'm here to help you get your victories. Legends, you are worth it. This is Rhythm for Revenue. Please share this with a friend who needs to hear this today.